That should be. Yeah, that's good. Obviously, everything's gonna be different. Yeah, that's good. Obviously, everything's gonna be different. Yeah, that's good. You running? Decent. Get old. Straight to that.
I can't
Pardon
do
me.
that here.
Tired of this shit too.
Need something special?
Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming in. How's it going?
You don't want that. All things have value, I suppose.
I can't do
At
that
all.
here.
Have value at those. Happy 4th of July.
Not while I'm in town.
I haven't really messed around with YouTube too much. That's in a hot minute. I'm gonna try to get back in it. Because I'd really like to get onto a platform where I can grow and help with content a lot easier. Just right there, at least where those are right away.
Not ready yet.
And probably up here. Where they're gonna be right now. We're just pushing renown and trying to get to 100. Renown's one thing I didn't do early, which I should have done. I don't regret it at the same time. It actually gave me stuff to do here later, which in my opinion is still really good. But here now that the game's gonna be becoming seasonal soon, gives me the last little bit to do to grind, you know. Put in my eye there for a second. Nice. I mean, it would have made obviously the grind easier in the beginning. Go straight knock all that stuff out. But again, I don't hate it. Knocking it either, you know, type deal. Because it is what it is, man. Those things that definitely you're gonna learn playing the game is that stuff is important, especially for pushing later. Like, a lot of this is, there's a lot of damage you get from just being able to push that the way it is, you know? Obviously doing your basic whirlwind barb. Some people run it without the auto attack. I personally like the auto attack for this stuff. When I start pushing nightmare content, higher content, that's obviously when I switch over to drop 3 points in movement speed and throw the rest to a shield. As it stands, I like to be able to just run around stuff occasionally. Obviously, the whole point of the build is survivability, but get whirlwind going and just eat everything for days. Scouts down, good to go. Streaming on YouTube and all. Definitely gonna do this for a couple hours and then go over to kick. Kick up SMG over there. YouTube, I'd really like to start making actual content videos. I assume people might want that. I'm pretty decent. I was top barb on Fire Armory for a little bit, battling back and forth with another person. Then I really started to min-max my gear rather than worry about gear score. And that's obviously allowed me to push further into content rather than just having the title of #1 barb. I think we're still relatively up there, like top 300 or 400 still, I think. But I've taken a lot of loss on item level to maximize stats, because that's honestly what you need to do. This is prioritize your stats over item level. Item level looks good. Like, don't get me wrong, my stats are still solid how they were, but there was definitely pieces that I was using in place of other pieces because the gear score was higher. And I will tell you right now, that is one thing you don't want to do in this game. Just because something says it's a higher gear score, gives you a little bit more armor on the stat line, doesn't mean that it actually gives you more armor or is a better item. Just because it's a higher item level does not necessarily mean that it is better. More higher doesn't always mean more gooder, you know? And that's what did I hit my #1 spot. I loaded a little bit, and now I'm good. Now it's time to start pushing content, getting into the renown, getting all that done. Done 3 renown today. This is bit number 4. Working on it. But that's definitely something we needed to do early, like I said. We needed to do it earlier, but We were done. Might go to kick.